What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Georgia Tech's offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He wants to change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wilson will throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Porter. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. The inside handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
He'll take it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position, basically you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Caught in the backfield. It's Paul. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it here on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Got a man, it's Moore. Turning it on. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Extra point here will tie the game. Oh, they blocked the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Trying the left side. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Got it behind the line. It's Porter. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wilson to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Just keep slinging it. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
He goes out of bounds. He's a few yards short, and they'll have to turn the football over. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Wilson will throw. Fires to the tight end. They the sticks. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Davis. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. He's got his man, makes the grab. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that one's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Rush is on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. He'll start this drive going to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out.
Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The play-action fake.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the 1st possession. And how about the 1st play, they get a sack?
Catches it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Rides the back on the option to give. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? It's complete to the right. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's caught. It's Moore. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
It's complete on the right side. Lots of room to run. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. The Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, get them tackled to the ground.
Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wilson to pass. Fires to the big fella. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to get behind the defense. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They've got the lead here in the 4th. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
A designed run for the quarterback. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught over the middle. It's Paul. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. 6th play of the drive coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. Wilson will throw. Dumps it to the back. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Now the toss. There he goes.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown.
Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have
a lot of room to the right. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Wilson to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. The 10. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. From the gun. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Porter. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Wilson will throw. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Wildcats in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. On 4th down, Kansas State will try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and business 1st and goal. And the Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things.